Welcome to Hockey Whiz Talks podcast. In this podcast, I'll be talking about breakout players this season. In this podcast, I will be talking about breakout players in the NHL this season. Yura Slafkovsky set a career high in points, assists, and hits in 79 games last season. He finished the season strong with 22 points in 27 games and ranked second on the Canadiens in even strength points over that span. Slafkovsky's 346 hits over the past two seasons rank 9th among players with at least 35 goals. The 21-year-old wing has breakout potential in his fourth season playing alongside Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield on the top line. Connor McMichael, one of 7 Capital skaters to appear in all 82 regular season games last season. He set career highs in goals, assists, points, power play points, and shots on goal last season. McMichael also led Washington in 5-on-5 goals, and his 13 multi-point games were more than double his mark in that category from the previous season. The 24-year-old is part of a deep forward group in Washington and is a clear breakout candidate in an expanded role at even strength and on the power play. In his first full NHL season, Matt Coronato ranked third on the Flames in goals behind Nazem Kadri and Jonathan Huberdeau and was among their leaders in points, even strength goals, and shots on goal. Coronato signed a 7-year deal in the offseason, signaling the Flames' long-term commitment to him and is a part of the strong young core with Dustin Wolf and rookie defenseman Zane Parekh. Coronato could potentially be the team's leading point scorer this season. Cole Perfetti set NHL highs in points, assists, power play points, shots on goal, hits, and time on ice last season and played in all 82 games. Perfetti led the Jets and ranked third in the NHL in offensive zone faceoff percentage last season, speaking to his versatility. The 23-year-old also paced the Jets in offensive attempt percentage at 5-on-5 in the regular season. And in the postseason, Perfetti, who had 37 goals, also netted 10 power play goals over the last 2 seasons, could see an increase in time on ice at 5-on-5 and on the power play after 4 Nikolai Ehlers signed in Carolina. Will Cooley had career highs in goals, assists, points, and shots on goal last season and could take an expanded role at even strength or even on the power play under new head coach Mike Sullivan, especially after the Rangers traded Chris Kreider to the Anaheim Ducks in the offseason. Cooley played mostly on the third line last season, scored 3 game-winning goals and 2 shorthanded goals, and was the only player in the NHL with 300 hits and 20 goals. He is set to replace Kreider as the team's potential net front option on the power play. Logan Stankoven, who just signed an 8-year contract to remain with the Hurricanes this offseason, has untapped potential after having 38 points in 78 games last season, including 9 points in 19 games for the Hurricanes after being traded from Dallas in exchange for Mikko Rantanen. The 22-year-old should have a top 9 role for an offense that improved with the addition of Nikolai Ehlers. Playing on the third line and second power play unit, Stankoven could develop into a versatile and dynamic two-way forward with 50-plus point potential. And now a word from our sponsor. Check out my scouting blog at hockeywiz777scouting.com. Listen to my scouting blog podcast on podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/hockeywiz777scouting. Marco Kasper has strong line mates Dylan Larkin and winger Lucas Raymond as a rookie last season and ranked tied for third in his class in even strength goals with 17. Kasper also provided strong category coverage of hits, which was second on the Red Wings, and finished strong with a 4-game point streak with 5 points and 19 shots on goal in that span. Kasper is expected to be the second-line center this season, flanked by Alex DeBrincat and Patrick Kane on his wings. If he plays like he did in the second half of last season, he could be a breakout candidate. Simon Edvinsson is a towering presence with smooth skating and puck-moving ability. After a full rookie season, he is expected to anchor Detroit's top pairing and power play. He emerged as Detroit's third most used defenseman and showed flashes of top pairing potential. His 6'6" frame and skating ability makes him a rare blend of reach and mobility, and his pairing flexibility gives the Red Wings option, either anchoring the top pair alongside Moritz Seider or spreading talent across the top 4. In his first season with St. Louis, Broberg took on an expanded role with the Blues compared to his previous seasons with the Oilers, setting career highs in goals, assists, and points. Broberg also scored 2 game-winning goals last season and had a stretch of 12 points in 18 games from February 8th to March 25th, during which the Blues were 14-2-2. Broberg is expected to log heavy minutes and will be an essential part of the Blues decor. Leon Beichel is shaping up to be one of the most compelling breakout defensemen of the 25-26 NHL season. A towering Swiss blue liner standing at 6'7", 231 pounds, whose physicality and poise have earned him a permanent spot on Dallas's roster. Despite limited regular season minutes, Beichel led the team in hits and proved his value in the playoffs, defending against elite forwards and adapting to high-pressure situations. With Cody Ceci, Matt Dumba, and Brendan Smith all gone, Beichel is expected to anchor the third pairing and possibly rotate up depending on partner fit. Mason Lohrei is entering the 25-26 NHL season as one of the Boston Bruins' most promising breakout candidates, and not just because of his offensive upside. He's at a pivotal point in his development where flashes of brilliance are starting to demand consistency. Still just 24 years old, Lohrei is entering his third NHL season with 118 career games under his belt. Lohrei led all Bruins defensemen in assists and was a reliable puck-moving defenseman from the blue line. His skating and offensive instincts are NHL caliber, but his defensive zone awareness, especially under forecheck pressure, was inconsistent. Analysts believe he could hit the 50-point mark if his defensive game stabilizes. Lukas Dostal, who had an NHL career-high 23 wins in 54 games last season, could reach another gear after the Ducks traded veteran goalie John Gibson to Detroit in the offseason. Per NHL Edge stats, Dostal was the only goalie in the NHL to rank in the top 5 in saves from each major shot location region last season. He was 4th in high danger saves, 5th in mid-range saves, and 5th in long-range saves. With the addition of experienced forwards Mikael Granlund and Chris Kreider to provide more goal support and boost the power play in front of Dostal, the 25-year-old could reach the 30-win mark and perhaps even make the Ducks a dark horse Stanley Cup playoff contender if their young skaters can take the next step. Check out my hockey blog at hockeywithtalkshockey.blogspot.com. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at hockeywith777. Needing a late season surge to reach the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time since 2020, the Blue Jackets turned to 24-year-old goalie Jet Greaves. In 5 games played over an 8-day stretch, Greaves went 5-0 with a .975 save percentage and 2 shutouts. While his heroics were not enough for Columbus to advance to the postseason, his underlying metrics over that span do suggest he can be a breakout candidate. While Elvis Merzlikins could remain the number 1 option to start the season, Greaves' end-of-season performance is an indication that he's ready for a regular NHL role. These players have the potential to be a huge part of their team's success if they can live up to their preseason hype. However, their breakout is not definitive.